Greetings, traders. This is White Collar Forex Academy, the home of professional trading, and welcome to another video. Right, so in this video, I want to explain how to mark price structure or market structure on the charts. Right, so let's take it back a bit. So usually I used to mark structure using my phone just like this, and recently I discovered that this will give you an issue, especially if market structure is not very clear and market is a bit choppy, right? So recently the market has been choppy, and I decided to take a step back and find ways to actually spot true structure. Right, so first thing you want to do is you want to use your phone in landscape mode. So majority of devices can do this, and if you're using a laptop, that's better. But if you are using a mobile phone just like myself or a tablet, you can use this feature. So we will be using the landscape mode, right? And I'll explain why. So let's do that. So this is landscape mode, right? Let me just remove that quickly. Right, so this was the daily chart, right? And what we were trying to do was we were trying to catch a buy move towards this zone right here. As you can see, price is approaching that zone, so we were trying to catch that particular move, and we were not able to because price was not giving us clear structure, and we depend on structure for us to get entries, right, and also to get zones. Our zones are born from structure, right? So we kept failing to catch that move, and eventually we just let it go, and we will be catching that sell zone right there. So let me explain why we were failing to catch the buy move upwards, right? So we were using the 1 hour to do that, right? So this is the 1 hour. Price had been going down, right? And in order for us to get a buy entry, right, we needed price to clear structure to the upside. So it had to take out previous structure so that we could enter, right? So price kept going down right here. Oh, so the other thing is that you need to use the line chart for this to be clear for you, right? So use the line chart. It makes everything much simpler. Now, let's go. What we will be doing here is marking all the extremes, right? Extremes being the lows and the highs. So this is the highest point here. Right. Okay, let me just use this to show you guys, because this might take too long. As you can see here with the line chart, it becomes clear that this is the highest point. This is the lowest point. Highest, lowest, right? And then we didn't get a highest again. We got a higher low. This is the highest low that was formed, and then the highest high. Right, now let's compare this with a candlestick chart. You see how tricky it becomes when you use candlesticks and not the line chart. Had you used candlesticks, you would think that this was a low, this was a high, and this high took out the previous high here, of which is not true. This was the last high formed using the extremes method and also using the line chart. And then you would have thought, oh, maybe the price is about to reverse and we're about to go up. Maybe you would have tried to enter here at this bullish candle right here, thinking this zone was tested and you're going up, and then only for price to take you out. Understand? So that's why I'm saying you need to use horizontal view, and then also use the line chart to mark extremes, because the extremes are much clearer when you use the line chart, right? Let's go back a bit. Even right here, you would think this high right here took out this one, right? And you think that when it comes here, we retest and buy, and it would take you out again, right? Again, the line chart. With the line chart, as you can see, highest, lowest, right? Highest, lowest. So you know that price is still going down. And with that said, by identifying structure in this manner, you will also be able to clearly plot valid trend lines, right? Using this method, this would be a high, this would be a high, and this would be the last high formed right here. Right, now let's identify how you would then take trades. As you can see here, guys, we correctly now marked the zones, right? So price broke out and broke 1, 2, 3 previous structures using this strong impulse move, and then retested and went up, right? But now, as supply and demand traders, it would be so difficult for us to enter here because there are no zones left behind. So we would wait for next structure, and next structure was right here. Next structure was right here. Like I said, higher lows leave behind zones. Right, so price left this zone right there. And the zone was tested. Price went up, gave us a new higher high, came back to test that new higher low that left behind the demand zone, and then price went up, and we're going to that daily supply zone. So by marking your structure like this, you are able to mark more accurate structure and are able to get valid entries compared to just using the normal view and also using the normal candlesticks. So using this line chart helps you identify the extremes, which are essentially your higher highs, higher lows, low highs and lower lows. As you can see, the highest point is this one here, the lowest is this one. Highest, lowest, right? And then the lowest here was price failed to give us a lower low, so price gave us a higher low, which is also another signal for you to enter trades, right? So some people would have entered here since they saw that, oh, price gave us a higher low, so it is about to reverse, right? But that's not how we trade. We trade using zones, so we had to wait for this zone to form right here, and then price entered there and went up. Right, I hope this video was informative. If you do have any questions, do comment, and don't forget to subscribe and like the video if you found it informative. And if you do want to join our free group, there's a link in the video description. If you want to be in contact with me, there's also details in the video description. Or if you just want to learn this exact strategy, there is a link to get our Structure First ebook, which details every single thing that I have been talking about in this video, and not only this video but my other videos also, right? So thank you guys for watching, and see you in the next video. I'm out.